history shows that rights and political power are intertwined and that neither is bestowed freely. In the spring of 1996, Sisterhood's Global Institute brought together an extraordinary international gathering of women. They came to implement the Platform for Action in Muslim Societies as mandated by the UN World Conference on Women held in Beijing in the fall of 1995. What are the ways and means of reconciling the universal principles affirmed in the Beijing Platform with relative strategies necessitated by the differences that exist in the cultural context in which we must operate? The UN mandate states that human rights and fundamental freedoms are the birthright of all human beings, and that women's rights are human rights. We shall change the world inevitably. An advantage we have is that we are always willing to talk and to listen to each other.
There's no problem at all of women's participation in any field, whether it is literary or social or political. There is a problem of acknowledging that role, of acknowledging its existence. And I've been in the field for the last 10 years, and I haven't yet started. There is such a wealth of women, Arab women writings and Muslim women writings that I think we need a whole institution to unravel all the heritage, the rich heritage that we have.
It is important for people who would like to know about Islam that the wife of the Prophet Muhammad, Khadija, herself was a businesswoman, and she employed the Prophet in her business, and later on they got married. So don't tell me that Islam prevented women from working. This is a complete distortion of the fact.
I think this gathering of women from all sorts of parts of the Muslim world is significant because it can first of all break the notion of some kind of monolithic entity called Islam. It highlights the variety of women's experiences in culturally very distinct parts of the world.
I am at this stage developing a training model for young women, and I'm not certain if I'm doing it the right way or maybe there is a better strategy. So I'm here to present that model, and I'm here to network, and I'm here to get input. And based on the inputs that I have, and come up with a proposal for funding so that we could develop a leadership training program for young women.
We have to first educate the society, male and female. If the woman doesn't know what her rights are, how could she even ask for them?
Well, democracy, to my mind, is the single most direct way of bringing women into the political decision-making process. I think the only way women can effectively transform societies is to work to make systems more effective, to make political representation possible, and to use the political representation to transform the society.
After 2 days of sharing our experiences, opening our minds and hearts to each other, and defining and redefining our paths for action, a small group of us met after the conference to speak more intimately about the two contradictory developments now taking place in the Muslim world.
We've been talking about how in these societies there's been an extraordinary new level of consciousness and awareness among women, and activism among them, and at the same time there has been a resurgence of fundamentalism and conservatism. And I was wondering, Boutheina, if you want to relate your experience in Algeria as related to these issues.